For your information,
Yeah.
the problem. For your information,
So for your information, there's various assortment of events impacting the project, and I'm going to propose an approach towards managing these types of events going forward. And so let's head on to the next slide. Now, the contract that we have provides for extensions of time, which are EOT. Has anyone heard of an EOT before? So basically, in a construction project, when delays happen for whatever reason, it may be our fault, it may be the contractor's fault, they may not be able to complete the project on time.
they may not be able.
They may not be able to complete the project on time. We can give them additional time to complete the project going forward. And that is a formal mechanism that exists in the contract that we can exercise to relieve the stress and let the project continue without dispute or any other negative impacts occurring. One of the important things to consider is that in managing extensions of time, there's an emphasis on the schedule. And in the schedule, there exists a thing called the critical path. And that is the sequencing of events that happen in a construction project that are the most important, that need to happen on time so that there's no delay at the end of the project.
Chris, I would appreciate if you can speak louder.
Louder. Okay.
Yes.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Good.
So the schedule
The schedule.
or the program
Good.
shows how a subcontractor or a contractor
Good.
intends to complete the project within, say, the time for completion, which is a contractual term for when they need to complete things done by. Okay. So the program also shows the critical activities, and it highlights those in a very unique way. And you should be able to notice that in this schedule itself. And it should also show you which events are not critical. So currently, and in most construction projects, there are things what we call risk events, things that can impact the quality of the construction project and the timeliness with which it's done, and so time, quality, and safety.
Mm-hmm.
For instance,
Good.
procurement can be one big problem. Not buying things on time, things arriving too late, procuring the wrong things, things like that. So they have an impact on time and cost. Change requests are also things that happen as well. Say we change the design, or the design doesn't work when we try to build it, and so forth. The problem is, how do we identify these things in a schedule? How can we see the impact that it has on time?
Okay. How?
How? So currently, delays which are impacting the critical path are not readily identifiable in a schedule. And there's also no record of events which cause these problems. So, regular updating of the program and monitoring out in the field by staff such as your subordinates is critical in order to maintain a grasp on how the project is and where the project is going.
It would be useful if you can include one or two examples of a project, of our project, which had these problems because the program was not updated regularly.
I'm only involved in one project at the moment, and I don't think I can divulge information like that.
Then the project you're involved in.
I could.
For illustration, yeah.
For illustration. Okay.
An example.
So, as an example, we're procuring piles. I'll make something up. We're procuring a bunch of piles in order for our jetty to be constructed. However, we've realised that they've purchased the wrong piles, and the piles have been purchased too late. That type of information does not exist in the schedule. Deadlines for when purchases need to be made, timelines for when decisions need to be made on the types of poles, and also time restrictions on finding out suitable vendors. These three items do not exist in the schedule.
Therefore, we only have a vague idea that it will impact the final delivery, but the individual impact of these disruptions cannot be determined. Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
So, in your words, yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is we ultimately can see at the end of the day that we've had a delay, but when we are planning, we cannot identify these issues contemporaneously, as and when they occur. We can't see them when they happen, and we fail to be able to plan and mitigate these things as and when they happen.
Okay.
So, various forms of delay and disruption analysis exist in the industry.